All right, going live at midnight here. See my screen doing something interesting. Connect that back up again. And so super excited. It's like 1 minute to launch. It is midnight. Let's see if we can get this. There you go. Anyway, super excited to be here. So today we're launching. This is like midnight here on the East Coast. We decided to launch Sales World, which is the first, sales conference in the metaverse, right? And so, we thought about this project. My daughter and I, Camille, have been working on this project for the last 3 months. And I want to show you what this thing looks like, right? I mentioned this Salesverse to people, and they're like, what do you mean it's a sales metaverse? Does it really work? Does it really exist? I'm about to show you. Now, before I even go any further, that's the website, salesworld.mv, metaverse, mv.mv. So if you go to salesworld.mv, free access. So that means you're going to get access to everything within Sales World. Now, in Sales World, I've put together let me see if I got it right here. Not yet, I'll show you that later. But anyway, I've put together over 20 speakers, trainers, experts on the world of selling in one virtual space, man. And I'm super excited. What I want to do now is just show you some of the screenshots, and then I'm going to show you the actual metaverse. And again, you can jump in anytime in terms of the metaverse. It's available now if you go to salesworld.mv. But let me kind of orient you, and then I'll show you a quick video to kind of get you going. This is what the metaverse looks like. This is like the main hall. So think of a convention center. When you go to a convention center, right? So you're going to walk in right here. Let me see if I can go full screen for some of you guys. If you're watching this on Instagram, I know it's a little hard, but basically you start out, when you pop into the metaverse, you're going to pop in right here, right? So you're going to be right here, and you'll notice that you have what I call booths and speakers along the walls all the way around, and you can come all the way back and do 360. There's a main stage here. There's a couple of cool rooms here. I'll show you what's in there. We got great speakers, great music, and great entertainment. So we're going to pop in right here on Sales World. And again, as you cruise through it, what will happen is that's what it looks like. Sales World looks like that. That's the main stage that you're currently looking at right now. So it's pretty cool if you think about it. So that's the main stage. Now, the next part, again, these are the booths I'm talking about right here. So, for example, this is Sangram, my man Sangram, who's a go-to-market expert. So he's there. So what you do is you just simply move over there, approach the screen, and immediately his presentation begins. And what I love about this world is that you can cruise through it and, again, stop in to see different speakers, stop in to see different booths from different vendors. In here, I put companies to watch in 2023. Okay, companies to watch in 2023. So anyway, and then the last screen here, again, if you can approach the screen like this, as soon as you get close to the screen, you'll start seeing the video. So now, let's do this because by the way, these are all the people that are in the actual sales world in terms of speakers and so forth. But anyway, you know what? Let me just show it to you. And then after this, you can log on for yourself. Again, it's free access. Now, if you're watching this international, let me know where you're from internationally because this is going to be open 24/7, 365. So that means if you're international, you're going to be able to access all the information in here. Within Sales World, I have libraries where you can download books for free. You can access podcasts, get different reports on the world of selling. But again, most importantly, you'll be able to cruise through the universe and just check out different speakers that I've collected. I've collected some of the top experts, and I've put them into this metaverse. So here's a video I pre-recorded going through the metaverse earlier today. Let's watch it. And then, by the way, my folks from India, glad you're here. Watch this video. I'm going to jump into the metaverse, give you a basic tutorial of how this works. And then after this live is done, just go jump in yourself. All you need is an email. So let's check out the video. Welcome to Sales World. Now, when you first enter Sales World, you're going to see you're going to have to enter your email. And then once you do that, or you can log in through Facebook or using your Google account. And then you continue with your email. Now, here you're going to have to create a password. Now, if you're logging in for the first time, it's going to send a validation code to your email, which you will then use to actually log in. And then you can actually create a password like I have here. And then I simply jump in. Now, it flashed real quick, but it'll tell you to enable your camera. It'll tell you to enable your microphone so you can talk and speak to people within Sales World. All right, so I think we're good to go here. My microphone's all set. Hit the join. Before I do so, notice over here, if you're first logging in, this is your avatar. And what it's going to allow you to do is upload your profile picture, and it'll go at the top of the avatar where your head belongs, obviously. And then down here, you can actually add a logo. I just created this logo called Victor here. And this is what people will see. You won't see it, but this is what people will see once they come across you in the actual Sales World metaverse. Now, right here on the side, you see the little arms here? They'll light up at a different color when you're actually engaged in the conversation. But more on that later. Let's just jump into Sales World and get you oriented. Now, it always starts out with this tutorial.
Welcome. Let's briefly go over the basic functions to get you up and running. Click Get Started to begin. Feel free to move around the space. Use the arrow buttons on the screen or on your keyboard to move forward, backwards, and from side to side. Use the rotating buttons to turn full circle. Try it now. Perfect, you got it. To start a video call or join an ongoing group conversation, click on the avatar you want to talk with. Click on My Avatar to start a video call now. It's great to connect. You may now leave this video call and join the event. Have fun.
So now you are in Sales World. Now, I'm going to turn off this background music, and what I'm going to do is use, again, my arrows just to control my movement through Sales World. And one of the first things you'll see is this venue map. Now, let's kind of orient ourselves. Now, you see this waterfall off to the side? This is the main stage right here. That's this right here. You are right here. Notice how Sales World is laid out. It's pretty simple, right? You can actually make a 360-degree track all the way around, which we're going to do. And then along the walls, you're going to have speakers. You're going to have companies to watch in 2023. And then you'll be able to approach each of these booths and watch a video. You'll also notice that there's big rooms like the President's Room, the Library, the Account Executive Room. Over here, the SDR Room, the Lumera Lounge, listen to great music, Sales Velocity Room. So let's do this. We're right here right now in front of the map that we're looking at. Let's go ahead and start cruising all the way around to kind of orient you in this space. Let's go do this now. And I went through the wall right there, but you get the idea. You can do that. So, for example, here's Sangram. I can approach Sangram. Again, I'm just using my arrows to actually approach him. I get close enough. Notice that the video starts playing. And there is Sangram. Again, we got the audio off, so that's why you can't hear him. And again, you could watch the presentation, which is a great presentation. And as soon as you're done, you just simply back out and then just use your arrow keys to kind of cruise around. And again, there's different speakers, different companies to watch. Here's a great company, one of my sponsors for the podcast, so I should mention that, Big Tin Can. And again, you approach it, video starts playing. And again, this is a company to watch in 2023. So let's zoom out again here. Let's back out with the back arrow. And again, there's a Sales Velocity Room. Notice the wonderful plane overhead. This is the Sales Kickoff event. Here's the Lumera Lounge. You can go in there, listen to some music. And all I'm doing is going all the way around so you can kind of get an idea of what's here. Here's the SDR room over to the left. So you go in there, you can watch a great speaker. And again, you're just cruising. And all I'm doing, again, is cruising through the space. I want to land back to where we started to kind of give you an idea. And you can just see the map right here. And again, people will see your avatar floating in the space. Right now, I am the only one in the space. And here is the map. And again, what I did was I just started here. And I just went all the way around. There's the Lumera Lounge to kind of orient yourself. And then right back here. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you. Again, you can go into any of these rooms and listen to a speaker. But there's also a special panel here. There's another one located on the other side. But this also takes you to three other spaces. So this is the main hall that we're currently in. But if you want to go to the entertainment lounge, the Hall of Legends, or Island Retreat, you can do so by clicking on these teleport buttons. For example, let's go to the Hall of Legends. And this is where you'll find the sales greats. Now, this is the Hall of Legends. And again, it works real simple. Just walk up to one of the actual images, Zig Ziglar. Who doesn't know who Zig Ziglar is? You will watch a small clip of Zig Ziglar. And again, I have the audio off, which is why you can't actually hear them. On this side, we have Dennis Waitley, another great sales legend. And again, just approach the screen, the video will start playing. And again, there's other legends in here. You can kind of cruise through the verse to check them out. Once you're done doing that, you can just go back to the actual main hall. Just click there, take me back to the main hall. And then you can visit the entertainment lounge. Again, just look for this panel right here when you want to go to some different rooms. But again, there's so much here to look at. Besides the island retreat, the entertainment lounge, got some great stuff in there for you. There's so many great speakers on either side. We also have, right over here, I believe is on this side, and I'll just go right here to my friend Luis Fallas. We also have some presenters in Espanol. So Luis talks about leadership, and again, this is a Spanish session. We have 2 Spanish speakers in the Salesverse, and we also have a library where you can download some free books. If I cruise back here, just check out the library. And what I did is I put some great podcasts in there, like Daily Sales Tip, right? Also some reports from Gallup that you can download. Again, you'll go to their website. There's my podcast, The State of Sales, a great report. Women in Sales podcast with Lori Richardson. On this side, we have John Barrows. Here's my book, Mastering the Upsell. You can download that for free. Jeff Bajor's book, When It Goes Sideways. Again, The Sales Evangelist, my man himself. And also a Spanish book so you can download. So again, this is fun stuff that you can download. And again, there's so much to see. If you want to see me on the main stage, there you can see me. What we'll try to do is every month, we'll try to get a different speaker on the main stage. And so again, all you do is approach this. And right now it's asking you if you want to join the main stage. You cannot do that right now because we're not doing the live event. But during a live event, you'll be able to actually join people live on the main stage. So again, so many cool things to see. And you can see the video starting to play. But you get the idea. Again, in the background, you got virtual Singapore. So again, enjoy Sales World. Check it out. Let me know what you think. All right, so there it is. That is Sales World. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear it. Nayan from India says, cool, super amazing. I think it's super amazing. My man, OV, looks out of this world. That's funny. It's a really cool thing. This whole metaverse thing is fascinating because in this space that I created, we got trainers and speakers that maybe you would never get access to. I'll highlight a couple. There's a gentleman by the name of Brent Adamson, top speaker, top research/speaker. He was one of the authors of the Challenger Sale. He's in there, and the content he has in the President's Room, amazing content. We got Tim Reister from Corporate Visions. His presentation, again, incredible. We got Matt Dixon, who just wrote the book, The Jolt Effect. So all these speakers are in one room, right, that you can cruise through that. And again, it's absolutely free. So if you go to, again, the salesworld.mv, just pop in there with your email, cruise around the verse. There's so much to see. JB says, all of this for free. Wow. Knock it out of the park again. Thank you, JB. Yeah, check it out. I'm telling you, it's amazing. So, I want you guys to obviously share the space because I think it's great content. I think as I grow this metaverse for sales, this sales world, what I want to do is start incorporating just different aspects of, and leave it open 24/7, as I mentioned earlier, because I want my folks in international to be able to access all the content in there. And again, it's absolutely free. There's some really fun stuff in there. You saw the Hall of Legends. That's a room I created where to me, these guys are legends, right? These are salespeople, sales trainers, experts. The majority no longer with us, but are super great. Like you got Zig Ziglar in there. You saw Dennis Waitley, Jim Rohn, great motivational, inspirational speaker, right? So the Hall of Legends is actually quite cool. If you want to see something interesting, since we're hanging out, I'll show you this. Let me see if I can get on the website. I actually wanted to show you some of the other rooms in there. By the way, these are all the speakers, as I mentioned, and I think I had, again, there's 3 panels you can click. We saw the Hall of Legends, right? That one right there. We went to the Hall of Legends. If you click on the Entertainment Lounge, it's going to blow your mind. So in the Entertainment Lounge, we have let me see if I can access from here. Maybe I have it here already pre-programmed. And for my folks watching this let me see if I can just get this going over here. There it is. I'll show it to you on this one. Oh, by the way, so there's Dennis Murphy. So now that's Dennis. Dennis is actually in the metaverse right now. And so you can actually, like, if Dennis stays right there, what I can do is I can approach Dennis. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to do this live. I can approach Dennis, and if I click on him, I'll see if I can actually have a conversation with him. Wait a minute, where's my mouse? There it is. Let me see if he'll talk to me. And by the way, so you can have conversations in the metaverse. So now I'm saying, yeah, call him. I want to talk to him. And so, I hit no by accident, sorry. I'm trying to work with this mouth. There's a delay with the mouse, by the way. And so there I hit call. And so let's see if he answers. And so again, it's a great networking tool that you can get in there if he decides to answer. If he doesn't answer, he doesn't want to talk to me. So, okay, that's cool. But anyway, it's kind of cool because, again, the more these avatars you start seeing in the verse, the cooler the experience. And so I don't know why Dennis doesn't want to talk to me, but that's okay. So, again, when you guys jump in there, jump in there right now if you can multitask. And again, you'll start seeing people in the verse just kind of hanging out and doing their thing. And so, again, I wanted to show you I got some really cool things I put in here. I tried to make this as fun as possible. Let me see who's over here. That's probably Dennis still. And again, this is like the official launch. So again, we're just starting with this right now. Hold on a second. I want to show you something. I want you to actually go explore the space. But anyway, so I would come up here, and then I would do is I'd click the entertainment lounge. So you click on the entertainment lounge, and I just say, yeah, continue. Now, it's going to take me to a totally different space, right? Now, if you're watching this, you might have an internet delay or whatever it may be. But anyway, so here's the entertainment lounge. So I got a theater, a cinema, so you can go watch a movie. Over to the right, I have a comedy club. You can actually listen to a comedian. Over to the left, I call that the wild card room. You'll have to go in there and explore it. And then behind me, I got an inspirational room. I call this one the inspirational room. And again, you can walk up there, and as soon as you get close to the actual video, it actually starts playing. And once you're done, again, you can just go back to the main hall, which is over here. You just get back here. And again, it's a really cool space to move around. And you just bounce back to the main hall. And that's how Sales World works. And so right there you got Rowan in jail. He's just cruising around. And again, I think what's going to really make this really spectacular is when you get more people in the verse just moving around. So imagine this just being filled with little avatars roaming around. And again, you'll be able to actually have some great conversations. So again, I think it's a cool idea. Let me know what you think. I mean, it's past a grade, not past a grade. Is there anything any feedback based on what you've seen? Again, I think the best way to kind of, there's somebody else. By the way, again, you can actually stalk somebody. Let me see if I can follow this person. All right. So, okay, there's somebody in front of me right now, so I'm just following that person. I don't know who that is, but that's Rowan. He's probably going to run away from me now. There you go. But anyway, so it's really cool when you start seeing people in the actual space. And again, the way it works, I'll do it one more time. Here's my man, Will Barron. He's talking about 9 powerful questions to ask during discovery. And as soon as I approach the actual screen, he starts delivering the content. And again, this is some great content that I've put in here. I've curated this content. By that I mean I found the best of the best and really kind of went through a lot of the content and only put in the good stuff within Sales World. And so that is it. Any feedback from you guys? Any questions on this? Because maybe the questions you'll have, somebody's going to ask me later on. But I think the best way to do this is actually jump in there. Again, it's salesworld.mb, MB for MetaVerse, salesworld.mb. Jump in there and give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. It's pretty exciting. I think this is exciting technology that's only going to get better. It's going to get, just enhanced over time. And one of the things I love about this is you can add different rooms. So, for example, you saw the library. I'm going to take you over here to the account executive room. So this is the account executive room. You can walk in there, and you got my man Daniel Disney. If you don't know who Daniel Disney is, well, you're going to find out who Daniel Disney is. And now you can watch his presentation on social selling, especially within LinkedIn. And again, you can watch him present his content. And as soon as you've finished doing that, just leave it and go to the next room and just go explore the space. Seamless AI, great partner. And that is about it. Any questions, guys, gals, out there? This is different, isn't it? It's really cool. It's very different. And so it took us like 3 months to build this out. And the background is Singapore. So again, maybe every month we'll move it around to a different location, right? And so we just wanted to give you that sales conference feel. And there's my man just cruising by me again. To me, that's the coolest part, when you can network. By the way the networking works is you can do if you agree to chat with me once I click on you, what will happen is we can either do a text chat or we can actually do a video conference within Sales World. So in other words, both of the avatars basically turn side by side, and you'll be able to do a video call within Sales World. And as soon as you terminate the call, you jump right back out again. In other words, back in the Sales World. So in other words, you don't have to leave the space. And I think that's going to be the big aha when more people start engaging. And again, you start connecting with people. I created an SDR room, so it has SDR content, obviously, but maybe that's where SDR folks can actually go network, whether you're a BDR, IDR, SDR, you can go in that room and actually network. If you go to the account executive room, again, meet other salespeople, field sales, and maybe network with people there as well. The President's Room, where Brent Adamson is doing his presentation. By the way, that one right there, the Brent Adamson presentation in the President's Room is a must-watch. It will shift your brain in terms of how people are buying and why they don't buy or why deals get stuck. But in there, I'm hoping that, if you're a VP, director, C-level person, that would be a room you'd want to go into just to get some of the more recent research data / what's happening in the market type of thing, something like that. Anyway, so Amitabha AM says, can anyone create their own booth? No, that is not. Or share their content? No. And so what we're going to do is, the model I'm using here, this is why it's free, is that right now everything's free. And so what I did is I chose companies for 2023 that I thought companies to watch. So what we're going to do, so we don't have to charge anybody anything, is that going forward, let's say in the next month or two, let's just say in the next month, is that I'm going to try to find sponsors for these different booths. There is Jeremy cruising by the space. I'll tell you, this is the coolest thing when you really get into it. And so I don't know if that answers your question. We're going to have some information. So if you wanted to sponsor a booth in Sales World, you'll be able to do that. And there's 3 types of booths. One is along the wall. You'll see some different booths as we designed 3 different booths. So there's one that's actually along the wall. This is the first one. Hopefully this will answer your question. So these are, like that's LinkedIn. That's one booth, right? That's the least expensive booth. There's also, I like to call these the mushroom booth. And this is, for example, seamless.ai, right? So again, you approach them, you can watch their video. There's another one over here. Let me just see if I can go this way and find it. And there's a third type of booth. And by the way, all this information will be on the website. And again, we're just launching this. And as we're launching this, we're going to learn a lot. And that's why your feedback is greatly appreciated. Another type of booth is this one right here. And I just reserved it for Sales Velocity for now. But is this one right here. So that's another type of booth where, you can approach it, watch a video, and then maybe even download some information right there. So hopefully that answers your question. Amitabha, hope that answers your question. If I got the pronunciation right, I'm sorry. But anyway, Ovi got it. Yeah, just salesworld.mv. Jump in. And like I said, share it with your friends. I would love to find out what you guys think about it, and how you're going to be able to use this. And right now we're entering, January, obviously. And so it's Sales Kickoff Month. And so if you have a company, or you're an entrepreneur, or you have a company and you got employees and you can't afford to send them somewhere, send them here. It's free. There's no hotel costs. There's no travel costs. That's why I think this is going to be a powerful concept in the future. I think this is what it's going to look like. But again, I think the most important aspect of Sales World, aside from the fact that we got great experts delivering great content, right? The networking aspect to me is one of the biggest things we have to offer. Dwayne Cummings, haven't seen you in a while, man. I said, wishing you the best in 2023 that exceeds your hopes and dreams. My man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Back at you, 10x that. But so getting back to this, so like I said, if you have any questions on this, I think it's pretty straightforward, and I think people are going to enjoy walking into the space. What we found interesting about creating the space is, one is, by the way, finding great content. And so again, as we went through a lot of these videos, we're like, this works, that doesn't work, this fits. This is what you would want to hear. The 24/7, 365 free access, I think, is very powerful as well. The networking I mentioned. And again, you got different rooms here. The Lumera room, this is where you can just go park your avatar if you just want to listen to music. And again, part of this is to kind of have a little fun with this. It's almost like going to a trade show or a conference. Oops, sorry, I almost ran into the wall. And again, if you just want to listen to music, you just approach this right here. And again, the music will start playing in just a bit. But it's a cool room because you can hear the music and just maybe you park your avatar there for a while and just kind of, hang out. So anyway, you get the idea. It's cool stuff in there. And let me see what else is in there. So let me see. I answered your question great. And I think that's all I want to show you. I mean, the rest is you have to experience it yourself. So if you could do me a favor, share this with people. Share this with anybody you know. Because I think it's going to provide a great value to the world, if I can put it that way. I'm not trying to be funny. Is that I think that, like, when I think about sales world, and we call it sales world because I want to think more beyond the United States. In other words, how do you make this more international? And in the future, we'll have more international speakers and trainers in the actual verse. And so, share this with folks because I really want this to be open to everybody and everybody has access. Usually the pushback I get in many cases is, Victor, I love your content or I love their content, but I can't afford their content. Well, here you get a sampling of content. What I did is I asked people to give me, 15 minutes of information, 15 minutes of content. Some actually went over, and which is okay because it's just more great content. And so some of the content in here is really in-depth. Again, I'll mention the Brent Adamson one, the Tim Reister one, the Matt Dixon one. Those are really in-depth, presentations in sales world. And so again, this is stuff that now you have access free and just enjoy it. Any other questions before I sign off? Like I said, it's 12:30 my time here. I know my folks over here on Instagram. I see you, man. I just can't access you right now. Two at one time, I can't do it. But any questions on this? And like I said, check out the entertainment center. I think that's pleasant. There's an island retreat. I won't tell you what the island retreat is. I think you have to go check it out for yourself and just see what it is. And make sure you check out the library, though. The library has a lot of great content, stuff you can download for free. Some of the books in there are great. Some of the reports in there are really fantastic. So download those great reports. And on that note, since you guys have... Oh, Ovi's in there right now. Ovi, let me see. If you're in there right now, where could I... There's Doug Laban. Doug, Happy New Year to you. Let me see if I can find Ovi. Ovi, where are you at? I'll meet you by the lounge, the Lumera lounge. I'll meet you there, man. And so, and again, just cruising through the space here. And it's always cool when you start... Okay, so now I see... Like that's somebody right there. We'll pass. There's Doug Lehman right there. There he is. And so let's see. Let me see if I can hit Doug up. So again, what I'll try to do, let's see if Doug wants to talk to me. I don't know if he wants to talk to me, but let me click on Doug. I'll try to call him, and then you can see how the networking live actually works. That's if he answers his phone call. And again, Doug just doesn't want to talk to me. Hold on a second. Call. It is midnight. It's 12:30 a.m., so... Let's see what happens. All right. I'm not getting Doug for some reason. Okay, Doug. You might be in your pajamas or something. All right. And so over here, let's see. Yeah. Let's see who this is. Like I said, I just cruised by him. Rafael Naguli. Gotcha. Let me see. Somebody just zipped by me. Sometimes they go by. All right. Anyway, I'll see if I can find OV. Ovi's in California, man, so it's kind of early for you still. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this, man. It's like, again, when you get excited about something because you know that this is like changing technology, the next step, I mean, if you think about it, what is the next step? What is the next logical progression with this? Like if you're full screen like this, what's the next logical progression? The next logical progression is going to be is you put the goggles on and you jump in there and now you can start moving stuff within the space. I know it's not there today, but it could be there in the future. And so let me go meet Ovi at the Lumera Lounge. Hopefully Ovi's over there. You're very welcome. Let me just cut through here. You can actually cut through the walls, but I'll try not to do that too much. Let me just jump through the wall. And let me see if Ovi's over here. And he's not over here. So, all right. But anyway, on that, how do I see the map? When you jumped in, you should have saw the map. By the way, something else you can do. Use your buttons on the side. Like, that's the other thing. If you use these buttons on the side, if you want to chat with somebody, like I can hit that button right there, and it tells me who's in the space right now, right? Like, so right now, if I don't want to find you or chase you, I'm glad you brought this up. I can hit that right there, and it says call OV. In other words, I don't have to find you. I don't have to hunt through the verse to find you. I can just, bam, just jump in right now. And so it should have popped up. Call OV. OV, you still there? Tell me you're still there, man. You didn't walk away. There he is. All right, so now this is what I see. So this is me. I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on a second, OV. All right. Now say something, OV.
Okay, I had to speed up my memory.
There he is. Okay, so now I can hear him talk. And so now you're video conferencing. So, by the way, what he sees is the opposite of that. In other words, he sees me, right? And you, by the way, notice over on the left-hand side. Yeah, on the left-hand side here, you see the side-by-side. Over on the left-hand side, you see the side-by-side. Do you see that as well? Our two faces over to the side.
I see you right, sir, and then on the left.
There you go.
Both of us.
There you go. And then what happens is your arms, those purple things, light up when you're engaged in a conversation with somebody. Not your physical arms, the side of your avatar. Yeah, the side. Just the side of the avatar lights up in purple. I think.
Notice it has arms.
Yeah, it has little arms. It has arms. So what that lights up, it basically tells you, hey, I'm in a conversation with somebody. Don't bother me. Now, you can do a group call and add a third person. I've not tried that option yet, but I think what's cool about, again, this right here, being able to kind of cruise through the verse and just connect. It's almost like a cool virtual Zoom type of thing.
That is cool. I think it's also important to recommend that someone uses a powerful processor, because I have a good processor and still slow down my computer for some reason.
Yeah, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to be in this conversation and you're trying to run this application at the same time, right? And by the way, I'm glad you brought this up. Chrome is the recommended browser. What are you using?
Yeah, definitely Chrome.
Yeah, and so I think you're trying to run two things at one time. I mean, I can do it because I got 1 gig right into it, and then this has to go through whatever I'm using Ecamm Live, so it has to go through Ecamm Live, and you're always going to get a little delay. But yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback when you jump off of this live stream, and then use it. Let me know what you think. Good to see you, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year, Victor.
Yeah, man, good to see you. Igualmente, man. I'll let you go, man, okay? All right. See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
All right. Click at the wrong one here. Sorry. And then so as soon as I leave the conversation, that happens. And so, again, it's that simple to have a conversation with somebody. So, again, it's a really cool tool. So use it. Salesworld.mv. I think that's all I had for this evening. Wanted to show you that as we launched it. Ramesh, I see you, man. Happy New Year to you as well. And again, any feedback that you have for me, I would love it. And let me know what you think. On that note, I think I'm out of here. Happy New Year to everybody else. Again, check out Sales World. I think that was the only thing I wanted to show you. Yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to show you. So, and again, there's the website. Don't forget it. Like I said, recommend it to folks so they can check it out and cruise the verse. Let me know what you think. On that note, Happy New Year. Take care. See you in Sales World.